Hi there, my name is Sam from Rose.com and welcome to a new comparison video between the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra and Samsung's Galaxy S21. We are comparing both phones in terms of display, performance, camera, design and battery. Stay tuned and find out which phone is, in our opinion, the better phone. Before going ahead and starting this comparison, we would like you to know that since we almost reached 10,000 subscribers on this channel, we at Versus decided to thank you guys by doing a big Samsung Galaxy giveaway. For more details, watch until the end of this video. If you'd like to see more videos like this, feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Let's start straight away with our review. Let the facts speak. Display. The Samsung Galaxy S21 has a 6.2-inch display with a 1080p resolution. It is fitted with an OLED screen, which does a perfect job. The S21 measures 15.75 cm diagonally with a pixel density of 421 ppi. The display has an impressive 120Hz refresh rate with a Full HD resolution, and it is downgrading the rate when a high rate is not needed to reduce power consumption. 120Hz and Full HD, pretty decent for the base version. Let's have a look at its bigger brother. The Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra has a 6.8-inch display with a 1440p resolution. It is fitted with an OLED screen which does a fantastic job. The S21 Ultra measures 17.3 cm diagonally with a pixel density of 515 ppi. The display has an impressive 120Hz refresh rate with a Quad HD resolution, and it is also downgrading the rate when it's not in use to reduce power consumption. Okay, it is kinda unfair to compare the smaller version with the bigger version of a phone. What they have in common is the adaptive 120Hz refresh rate. The smaller version has also a lower pixel density, but the fact that the smaller version also has only a Full HD screen is kind of a bummer. So the bigger sibling takes the first win in this comparison. Camera. The Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra has 4 main cameras. An ultra-wide with 12 megapixel, a wide angle with 108 megapixel, and 2 telephoto cameras with 10 megapixel. The front camera's resolution is 40 megapixel. The Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra records 8K videos at a maximum of 24 frames per second. And of course it has image stabilization for video too. One more thing. Can you hear that? Well, this is a camera system. And this is actually normal. It will stop as soon as you put the phone in camera mode. When we first had the phone in our hands, we thought it was already broken. We had to Google it to find out that this is actually normal. So don't be afraid, it is just normal. The camera bump is definitely smaller on this phone. Let's check out the huge camera bump on the S21 Ultra. The Samsung Galaxy S21 has 3 main cameras. An ultra-wide with 12 megapixel, a wide angle with 12 megapixel and a telephoto camera with 64 megapixel. The front camera's resolution is 10 megapixel. The Samsung Galaxy S21 records 8K videos at a maximum of 24 frames per second. And of course it has image stabilization for video. Both phones have good camera systems, but which one is actually the better system? Let's take it to our camera test and let's find out which one does a better job. Alright, we start off by comparing the daylight pictures. At first we didn't see much difference between the two. Both pictures look really sharp, with lots of details and good color rendering. When cropping in though, we noticed that the S21 Ultra produces way less grain, better contours and sharpness. Cropping on the plant, the results are surprising and we can't really explain the difference. The pictures are taken in similar conditions and we can only think of a problem with the focus on the Ultra. About the pictures taken in nighttime conditions, you can state that both phones have problems with low light conditions and are way too dark to see any significant differences. In the case of the front camera, both cameras take equally sharp images. The major difference here is that the S21 is a bit brighter, while the Ultra seems more natural. The S21 has a 3-fold hybrid optic zoom and a 30-fold digital zoom. The S21 Ultra on the other hand has a 3 and 10-fold optical and a 100-fold digital zoom feature. Okay, so far so good. Now let's switch from photo feature to the video feature to find out which of these two phones takes better videos. What you see and hear is the quality of the Samsung Galaxy S21 video recording. We set it to the highest possible quality. Let's see what the competitor sounds and looks like. What you see and hear is the quality of Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra's video recording. We set it to the highest possible quality. Let's see what the competitor sounds and looks like. Both Galaxy models are capable of recording in 8K, but that would have been way too cropped in. So that we decided to do the video comparison on both in 4K. It's not surprising they are similar in sound quality. What is surprising though is that the Ultra is way softer and therefore seems a bit blurry. Although the S21 is a bit too bright, it does a better job here. Let's crop in a bit in post to see how that looks like. As you can see, both look pixelated when cropped in, but the S21 is a bit sharper, while also having a lot more grain. Again, both videos were shot in similar conditions, and we can just show you the results we achieved. But to be honest, the weaker performance of the S21 Ultra is kind of surprising. Both phones are able to shoot some motion videos with up to 240 frames per second in Full HD mode. 480 and 960 frames per second in 720p mode are also possible on both. Both phones take excellent pictures with good details and definition. But even though the S21 did slightly better in terms of video recording, in the end the hardware differences are really visible when it comes to photography. The S21 Ultra's 10-fold optical zoom and periscope lens, combined with the 108 megapixel ultra-wide lens, give it the upper hand in this comparison and let it win this point. Performance. Since we are in Europe, this Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra model uses a Samsung Exynos 2100 chip with the new 5nm process technology. There are different versions with different storage capacities available. A 128GB and a 256GB with 12GB RAM, and a version with 512GB with 16GB of RAM, which is in use in this comparison. The storage capacity can unfortunately not be expanded anymore. This is the maxed out version of the newest lineup. Therefore, the most powerful one. Next up, the smallest version. This Samsung Galaxy S21 model uses also the Samsung Exynos 2100 chip with the new 5nm process technology. The phone has 8GB RAM and the individual models offer different storage capacities. A 128GB and a 256GB are available. The storage capacity can unfortunately not be expanded anymore. Okay, both Galaxies have the Exynos 2100, but the Ultra has twice as much GB RAM as the smaller S21. So it is going to be interesting. Let's bring them into the Antutu benchmark and the Geekbench 5 test to see how they perform. The tests are divided into 3 phases. A performance test of the RAM, a test of how the device is handling 2-dimensional graphics, and an endurance test of how the device is handling 3D graphics. The second test is from Geekbench. This app will measure the performance of our smartphones in terms of CPU and GPU. It was to be expected that the stronger and bigger Galaxy S21 would beat the smaller sibling, but we expected it to be more significant. The S21 actually beat the S21 Ultra in the result of the multi-core score, which is really interesting. So Ultra does not necessarily mean Ultra in terms of performance. Still, the Ultra takes home this point. Design. The Galaxy S20 Ultra comes across very sophisticated thanks to its matte finish. The quad camera system is as usual on the upper left corner on the back of the phone, but the bump seems like it is more connected to the front of the phone. It looks like as if the frame is wrapped around the upper left corner of the back. The bump itself really sticks out of the phone again, which makes that corner really thick. The smartphone weighs 227 grams. It is roughly 16.5 cm long, 7.56 cm wide and 0.89 cm deep. It has a USB-C connector and thanks to an IP68 rating, it is also water and dust resistant. The S20 uses face recognition technology and a fingerprint scanner which is built into the screen to unlock the phone. Samsung improved the fingerprint scanner by making it 1.77 times bigger and 2 times faster. A traditional Galaxy, clean and robust. Although the camera bump will always be a term of discussion. Let's see if there's a big difference to the S21. The Samsung Galaxy S21 has a clean design with a matte finish. The triple camera system is as usual on the upper left corner on the back of the phone, but the bump is more integrated to the rest of the phone. It looks as if the frame is wrapped around the upper left corner of the back. The bump itself sticks out of the phone again, which makes that corner, even though more integrated on the same level, less integrated. The smartphone weighs 169 grams. It has a USB-C connector and thanks to an IP68 rating, it is also water and dust resistant. The S21 uses face recognition technology and a fingerprint scanner which is built into the screen to unlock the phone. It also has the improved faster and bigger fingerprint scanner. So, since both come from the same lineup, they basically have the same design. But I gotta say, on first sight, I kind of like the design of the smaller Samsung more, at least from the back perspective. The way bigger camera bump is in my opinion just too huge. I know there's a periscopic camera inside, which needs more space. But still, the smaller bump is in this case more preferable. But when it comes to material, the S21 Ultra outshines the S21 by a mile. The matte plastic used on the S21 just can't compete with the rainbow shine matte metal look of the S21 Ultra. Although it doesn't make the S21 look cheap in any way, the Ultra just feels and looks more valuable. In the end, the differences weren't big enough to let either of them win. So we decided to let them share this point. Battery. The Samsung Galaxy S21 when fully charged has 4000 mAh and the S21 Ultra, since it is clearly a bigger phone, has 5000 mAh. Does the bigger battery in the Ultra let it last longer? Let's take them into our day-to-day usage test to find out. It got quite fast pretty clear that the Galaxy S21 Ultra lasted longer in our day-to-day usage test. Still, the S21 performed better than its bigger predecessor, the S20 Ultra, which is due to the new technologies and the adaptive refresh rate in the new lineup. But as always, the way you use your phone has also a big impact on the battery life. But still, the last point goes to the Galaxy S21 Ultra. Conclusion. Okay. Before ending this video by presenting the winner of this comparison, let's talk about our giveaway. So, to show you guys how thankful we are, we would love to give something back. Therefore, we decided to do a big Samsung Galaxy giveaway. You might ask, hey Sam, what does it mean? Well, big Samsung Galaxy giveaway means that we are giving away 3 Galaxy devices. So here they are. One of you will get the Galaxy Buds Live. One of you will get the Galaxy Buds Pro. And one of you will get the Galaxy S21 with 128 gigabytes. So you might ask, wow, how can I enter this giveaway? Well, that is pretty easy. To take part in this giveaway, click on the link in the description of this video. But before you do that, write a comment and tell us why you think you deserve to get one of these devices. And be sure to follow us on Instagram, tag a friend or leave a comment. And hey, if you'd like to have more giveaways like that, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel. Alright, was the smallest version of the S21 lineup able to keep up with the biggest version, the S21 Ultra? Let's count the points and find out. In the display category, the S21 Ultra came in strong, with the higher resolution and obviously with the bigger screen. It made sense that the Ultra also took home the performance point, but we expected it to be more significant. The camera point was another point which we expected the Ultra to be way stronger than the smaller S21. The Ultra won, though the differences were not as big as we thought. As both are from the same lineup, the design is similar. Still, there are differences and each has pros and cons. We decided to give each a point. An obvious difference was the battery life comparison. The way bigger battery on the S21 Ultra made it win this category. In the end, the S21 Ultra is the decisive winner by points in this comparison. It scored 4 compared to 1 point. But the smaller S21 did not fall behind as much as we expected it to be. It is definitely an option if your budget isn't as big and or you don't need the biggest screen or the strongest zoom feature. Naturally, we review more than these 5 categories covered here. If you want to see the full comparison, follow the link to our website. You can compare up to 7 different smartphones at versus.com. But before you do that, please post your comments and let us know which phone you think ranks first. If you liked our video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Till then, take care and see you soon.